Insurance for a cottage food business? Well, if you are starting a home-based food business, many states actually don't require insurance. But guess what? That does not mean that you are covered from any potential lawsuits that you might get. So in this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of some of the insurances and the types of insurances, 5 of them actually, that you may think about getting. They are not required necessarily, but if you don't get them, well, you could get sued. All right, welcome back to Cottage Foods Laws. This is YouTube's premier food entrepreneur channel dedicated to you, the home-based food entrepreneur. If you're looking to launch a food business from home, then this is the channel with resources that will help you get it up and running and succeeding. We're gonna have every single state's cottage food laws, and we're also working on a ton of other content in regards to how to market your home-based food business, packaging, shipping, selling, and so much more. So let's dive right into it. So I told you before, we're gonna give you 5 specific things, different types actually of insurances that you can get that I highly would recommend, okay? And I'm not working for any insurance companies or anything, but see, when you start to sell food under the cottage food laws, every state, of course, has a little variation in their laws, but they don't necessarily protect you if someone turns around and sues you because they got sick, or if you serve some food that actually got them hospitalized and so on. So you really want to get some insurance of some kind. And yes, there are companies that do offer home-based food business insurance policies, and they run about $400, maybe $500, maybe $600 a year. Shouldn't be much more than between 500 or so. So, as cottage food businesses, which typically involve individuals that actually prepare and sell food from their homes, require a specific approach, though, to insurance due to the unique risks involved. Now, let's explore a little bit of the types of insurances that these businesses might actually need. We're going to go down from number 5 all the way down to number 1, and number 1 being, of course, the most important. So, stick around to the end and check out, see which one that is. Number 5. Business interruption insurance. Yes, believe it or not, you can actually get insurance for your food business if you have some interruptions. Now, this type of insurance can be likened to having a savings account for a rainy day. If your business operations are halted due to a covered event, like potentially a natural disaster, or even business interruption insurance helps replace that lost income and pays for operating expenses until you can resume normal business operations. Business interruption insurance is something that I would highly definitely look into. Not necessarily needed all the time, but if things do happen, we can't predict obviously what's going to happen in the future, but natural disasters and things like that do happen periodically. And if it interrupts your business, you want to make sure you can still pay vendors and still operate your business. Number 4, homeowners insurance endorsement. Now, if you're operating from your home, as you would be under cottage food laws, a homeowners insurance endorsement is kind of like adding a security camera to your existing home security system. It actually modifies your existing homeowner's policy to cover activities related to your business, specifically your baking or food making, which are typically not covered by standard homeowners insurance. This can actually be crucial if, for example, your kitchen suffers damage due to your business activities, then you have the ability to tap into that part of your homeowner's insurance. Next up, number 3, property insurance. So how do I put this? So you want to imagine property insurance as a fireproof safe, where you kind of keep all your valuable documents and items. For home-based businesses, property insurance actually covers damage to your home and equipment used in the business, like kitchen appliances and supplies. So if they are damaged by a covered peril or like a fire or theft, then property insurance is that type of coverage that you would potentially get, and that would help you out through that hard time. Number 2, super important, and of course we even have this with our own business. Number 2 is product liability insurance. Product liability insurance is kind of like wearing a helmet when riding a bicycle, if you will. It specifically protects you if something goes wrong with the products you sell. Now, in this case, it's your food. So if someone alleges that your homemade food cookies caused some type of food poisoning, or product liability can actually help cover any legal fees and any damages you may have to pay if you're found liable in that situation. Product liability insurance is something that, of course, every food business really actually has and must have. Actually, when you become a commercial business like mine, we actually have to have that as part of our insurance. But last but not least, number 1, general liability insurance. This is kind of like, you want to think of general liability insurance kind of like an umbrella on a rainy day. So this type of insurance protects you from common accidents that can happen in any business, of course. For a cottage food business at home, it covers incidences like customer getting sick from your food, or someone tripping over a delivery box at your doorstep. Essentially, it's there to cover the cost of any lawsuits or medical bills that may be occurred during a business operation. So keep in mind that cottage food businesses typically involve, of course, as I mentioned, making food at home, but these types of incidences are not typical. They could happen. And if you don't have these types of insurances as a precaution, you want to always make sure that you do. So insurance for cottage food businesses operates similar to other types of business insurance, but is tailored to a smaller scale and specific risk of home-based food production. Now, it's important because it protects both you, the business owner, and the public, which is actually good. By transferring potential financial risk to an insurance company, you kind of safeguard your own personal assets and ensure that you can continue your business. Now, here's a couple of really quick tips. When you select an insurance, you need to provide detailed information about your operations. Now, including this would be the type of food you sell, how much you produce, your sales methods. Now, insurance companies actually use this data to assess the risk they're taking on when they determine your premium. So that's something you want to keep in mind as well. So if you have any questions about cottage food insurance, and if you really need one, if you actually have a policy, let us know how that's working. And check out our other videos here on cottage food laws. I'll see you on our next video.